so many things happened throughout the game, right? The weather didn't really hit anything earlier, and then the game progressed to what we saw from a weather perspective. But I want to talk about the unsung heroes in this game, right? So I'm a defensive guy. We're gonna start on the defensive side of the ball. Ernie B, give me one unsung hero from this Rams Eagles game, not named Jalen Carter. Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. Because Carter's easy.
Without looking at the stat sheet, I'm going to go Oren Bucks. I thought that he tackled well in place of Nakobe Dean. He was not wearing the green dot. Zach Bond was. Zach Bond's getting a lot of praise all year. I want to say that Oren Bucks stepped in, and that was my biggest point of concern. I believe they talked about it in the last show. But he did. He came in and did his job. Didn't have.
He had a hell of a game. He had a hell of a game. Big tackles.
He did. He was where he was supposed to be. There were a couple missed tackles here and there, but it was, just like B Humble said, it was a nasty game out there, man. I mean, it was ugly. It was Northeast football in January at its finest. It's just that guy is not going to get a lot of praise from anywhere else, but I think Oren Bucks went in and did his job in place of Nakobe Dean, who was in the midst of a breakout season and suffered an injury that could impact next year as well. And Oren Bucks was able to hold off the hotshot rookie Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who I was told was possibly going to get some looks.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get the start. I thought he was going to get the start.
Role if Oren Bucks struggled. Fangio is very quick to pull. Rodgers let up that second 50-50 ball, and he yanked him right out the game from Ringo. He's old school with that. If you don't play well, he's going to, take your snaps away. He will give you a chance to get back in the game if the other guy doesn't do his job, whatever it may be. I actually believe Ringo got a little banged up there. But Oren Bucks, man, that's my guy.
Yeah, 4 tackles, 2 assisted. I'm almost positive he had a couple for a loss. He had a couple of really big tackles.
To open up last week the way he did on special teams, and then to step into the role that he did this week,
absolutely.
I think he deserves a shout out.
Yeah, good call. I wasn't even thinking about Burks, but it was a great. That's a good call.
Yeah, it's funny. The first time I seen Burks was the last game of the season. I think he had like 18 tackles when he started that game. It was pretty crazy. I'm like, damn, 18 tackles in a game is pretty good. I thought he was a little, going into the first round, he did open up the game up real strong with the fumble calls. I thought he got out there a little bit, was a little out of position. I think that was a good thing over the week. They were able to kind of get him right, because I thought I was watching him closely when we played in the first round. Who did we play? I can't remember. I forget about these guys so fast. But we played the Packers. I thought that he was a little out of position. He was, trying to over tackle, overstepping, getting a little beat. Not being in a position to make a play defensively.
And we talked about that too. Humble is okay. We talked about it. That's a tough. I don't know. It's a tough spot. I don't know if you've ever had that done, because everywhere I've been, I either didn't play because I wasn't good enough, or I started. It was never like a starter went down and I had to come in and play. And it was kind of similar to Burks against the Packers. Special teams guy, special teams ace. Then your starter goes down, and then he's forced to be the guy, and then kind of figure that out along the way, where sometimes those backups, it's NFL is professional football, but sometimes those backups don't follow the script and don't know their jobs.
100%.
But my bad. Go ahead. I just wanted
to 100%. I think like I said, I've seen that little glimpse of the 18 tackles or 17 tackles he had in that the bye week that we had, the last game of the season. And I think even going into the next game, he looked a little lost, out of position, but then even up to the week, I think they were just talking about Jeremiah Trotter Jr. getting some time, splitting with him and Burks. So it seemed like they probably wasn't really confident going into the game. They're going to kind of feel how the game flow went. I think Burks is a downhill, I'll get your tackle type of player. He needs to work in his back pedal, work in the pass game. But I think he did a great job last week. I think that's a good name.
Yeah, that's a good name. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that one. What you got for me there, bro?
You want me to you want me to talk? Oh, you want me to talk about?
Go ahead, girl. You can
Let
talk
me go
about
ahead and talk about that boy, Nolan Smith Jr.
Yeah,
I mean, what a guy, man. You know what I mean? It just takes a little bit of time to get your feet under you. He had the mental, right? We always knew he had the mentality, right? We always kind of knew that he always said the right thing. Would let me know that as far as character wise, mentally wise, he's good. He just had to kind of get used to what's going on at this next level, and it's much different when you get to the next level. I think Nolan Smith, man, has been playing his ass off these last few weeks of the season, going into the playoffs. So I want to give credit to him. I think he had a sack last week. He had a fumble forced, I believe, throughout that game too, or made a disruption and against a fumble. Get the sack. Yes. Sorry. I needed that sack. But I will say Nolan Smith, and I want to give, I'll let you get the last one, but I thought Gardner Johnson has been a big impact on our team also.
Yeah, no, I like Nolan. I would actually go with Burks a little bit more than Nolan. But Nolan's been hot, right? 3 sacks in 3 games. I think maybe even two forced fumbles in 2 games. And he is one of the reasons why their defense is winning and getting the turnovers. That's the key. You get turnovers, you win games, and you win in turnover battle. But for me, going with an oldie but goldie, man. Going with Darius Slay.
Darius Slay balled.
Big play Slay. Balled both games. Got a little injured here, but he battled. I mean, he was sticky. He was sticky. Now, granted, it was slippery. Everybody had to deal with the conditions, but he was sticky. He gave up that one bomb to Puka, right? Was that a 30, 40-yard bomb? But I think he led the playoffs, the divisional playoff weekends with 6 pass up breaks, almost 6 tackles. So, and he should have had a pick, right? He should have had a pick earlier in the game.
A good drive on the ball too.
He should have had a pick. So give me, earning that C on his chest, because there's always been a lot of questions about him, his age, lost the step. I think I heard Reed Blankenship on the post game talking about how intelligent of a player he is, how he helps everybody around him, with his energy and how he just knows the game. So I'm gonna give it to the oldie, man. I'm gonna give it to old Darius Slay, man. Shout out to Big Play Slay.